So you're buying a house and you wanted to know what goes into or what it costs to buy a property. Well, my name is Joe Daniel Gando. I'm a Central Florida realtor. On this video, I'm going to show you what it costs to buy a property. I actually have here a signed settlement statement from one of my previous closings where it has the breakdown of all of the fees. Now, I don't want to talk about the numbers. You can just estimate 3 to 5% more or less. I wanted to talk more about what's included in the settlement statement. Let's dive right in. So buying a house, there's down payment and then there's closing costs. This video is going to be dedicated to showing you what some of the closing costs are when you're buying a new construction home. So on the settlement statement, one of the first things you're going to see is the sale price of the property. That's where they're going to list how much you're in contract for. Now don't get scared because that's going to be the ugly number and then the credits will be right under as well. Then the deposit is going to be right under, which shows your escrow money deposit or your earnest money deposit, EMD. That shows how much you had put up front at the beginning when you signed the contract. Right after that, if you're getting financing, there's going to be your loan amount as well. Your loan amount is calculated based off whatever your down payment is, that's subtracted from it, and whatever the bank's going to loan you, that's going to be your loan amount. Then you're going to see the seller credit. On this actual sale that I did, I was able to get my buyer $22,600 when the builder wasn't even doing that much. Got him a little bit more. Right under that, you're going to see prorations and adjustments, so county taxes. So you're going to see the taxes prorated as well. One thing to note when you're looking at taxes on new construction for the first year after the house is built, it's usually going to be on the land only. It's pretty scary that a year later when they reassess the value, the taxes seem like they go up, but all that they really did was they got adjusted to the correct amount. So who you work with matters, because if a lender or a realtor don't tell you that and they're trying to get you in with the lower price, they're not going to pick up their phone a year later once you get that sticker shock. And I've heard of the horror stories about that, and people have had to sell their houses because a year later they weren't prepared for that. Some lenders, what they do to prepare for that is they'll just charge a higher escrow amount monthly to prepare you for it, while other lenders just try to get the deal done as low as possible because the ratios might be too tight and they're doing a disservice to you. So who you work with does matter. So we have the prorated taxes there. Then we have loan charges. So on this particular one, there was a processing fee, an underwriting fee, and an appraisal fee. The appraisal is when they send someone to the house to determine the value of the property itself. Home inspection is when they determine the condition of the property. Also, don't forget, with new construction homes, it's always recommended to get an independent home inspector just to double check the work of the builder. They're pretty good about fixing everything right before closing, and when it's after closing, most builders are good with their warranties as well, but there's some out there that they're not the best to deal with their warranty after you close. Like, they don't want to hear from you. So the next thing on this document is going to be the credit report fee and the prepaid interest as well. Some of the other loan charges are the e-recording fee, and then we have what's called impounds. So you have the homeowner's insurance and the property taxes as well. Now, with homeowner's insurance, it's kind of weird because you prepay it up front for the whole year, and then a month or two later, your mortgage is due, and then you're paying it again. And that's kind of confusing. But what you're actually doing is you're escrowing the amount into an account called escrow, where monthly on your mortgage, there's insurance and taxes. And at the end of the year, or close to the end of the year, around November, I think, your mortgage servicing company is going to send that to the appropriate party. So it may seem like you're double paying it, but actually it's because they're collecting it every month. So although you prepaid it for the first year, they're collecting it every month for the following payment that's going to be due. And another thing is, if the taxes aren't collected correctly, you're gonna have like an escrow shortage, and that's really scary to get that letter. So just make sure you call the tax collector and pretty much tell them, hey, I'm buying a house for this much here in this area. What would you say an estimate is for the taxes? And take whatever number they give you, whatever number the lender gives you, title company gives you, and just prepare for the worst. Start a savings account and basically have some money saved up. You also want to get the homestead exemption right away whenever it's an option to do so if you're buying the home for a primary residence. And if you want more info on what the homestead exemption does, other than just save you a few dollars, send me a message and I'll give you that as well. So now we're down to title charges and escrow settlement charges. The title company has to get paid for what they're doing. So there's going to be title insurance, search fees, statement fees, the owner's title insurance, so different fees associated with the title company doing their job. So we have the lender getting paid, the title company getting paid, and then we have the taxes getting paid, homeowners insurance getting paid. Now we have government recording and transfer charges. There's recording fees, intangible tax, state deed transfer, state mortgage tax as well. Now we're down to miscellaneous. The good news is that at the time of this video, your realtor, me, currently gets paid from the seller. And I know there's a lot of talk about lawsuits and stuff on who's going to pay commissions and everything, but nowhere on this document does it say what I'm getting paid, because that's already covered. So that's great news for you, where I wouldn't use the word free to help you, but I get paid by the seller. If that changes, I'll let you know. But that is pretty much it. This is a 2-page document. That was just a quick breakdown of some of the things to expect when you're buying a house. If you found this video beneficial or useful, consider subscribing to this channel, drop a like, and drop a comment. If you have any questions, or if you want a breakdown of what the numbers look like, just send me a message.